'Twas another April Saturday morning, and well, it looks like I'm gonna spend the whole day watching trains. I'm here at Ashland Train Day, which is an annual event where folks gather around the town to watch trains and enjoy festivities. Upon arrival to the station, I happen to hear a very loud, "Holy crap! It's a heritage unit!" That's right. The first catch of the day is none other than CSX IO31 with the Monon Heritage Unit in the lead. Next up was the Carolinian with a Phase 7 P-42 DC leading.
Anybody boarding on train 153?
Now, as you can see here, Amtrak has started painting their Amfleet coaches in Phase 7 paint. I think it looks pretty good. Now, unfortunately, some passengers didn't realize that they were on the wrong side of the track, so they had to cross over, which delayed the departure just a little bit. Next up was one of the many Northeast regional trains with a Phase 5 P-42DC. I'm sure gonna miss this iconic look. Well, I had enough of the large crowd of rail fans and people being yelled at by railroad police, so I decided to take off and head up the line to Doswell. Here we find ourselves at Doswell's yard and transload facility, used by the Buckingham Branch Short Line Railroad. Doswell is home to the famous Diamond Interlocking, where the RF&P crosses a C&O Piedmont subdivision. Fun fact, up until 1850, the RF&P operated the Piedmont sub, which was known as the Louisa Railroad at the time. The Louisa Railroad would eventually become independent. It would go through several name changes and mergers to eventually form the Chesapeake and Ohio Railway in 1868. Well, that's enough yapping. Let's look at the situation when I first arrived.
It is actually like storming out here. This is insane. I don't know if it's going to stop by the time the footing gets here. I mean, this is absurd. Train's about 2 minutes out. That's all I know. Windshield wipers need to go up a little bit here. Oh, it's bad. Why is the window fogging up? Okay, I gotta get out because I can't see. It's blowing heat. That's what the issue is. AC up in here. We're getting out. We're facing it.
Well, here is pure dedication to catch the fairly new Amtrak Floridian.
Not worth it. Not at all. Not in the very slightest. Not worth it at all.
Next, I got back in the car and was waiting for what I thought was going to be a northbound Amtrak train. But instead, I was nearly bamboozled by a southbound manifest. Next, I wanted a shot of the diamonds since it sounded so good when the freight went rolling through. While we are here, let's talk about this station here in Doswell. The Doswell train station was built in 1927 as a joint station between the RF&P and the C&O. This is the third station to have been built here, as the others burned down from various incidents. This station closed in 1970 and has since been used as a yard office for the C&O, CSX, and now the Buckingham branch. Well, here comes the northbound manifest freight with a SpongeBob cab trailing forth. Over there on the northeast end of the diamond sits HN Cabin. Now those who have a deeper interest in the RF&P would probably call this HN Tower, but I prefer Cabin, and that's what the C&O called it. Anyways, the tower cabin, whatever you call it, was built in 1929 and was operated by the RF&P, who controlled the interlocking at the time. The cabin was retired in 1958, and the C&O started controlling the interlocking from Richmond. In the modern day, the Buckingham branch controls the interlocking from Staunton. Well, here comes my final catch of the day, a Northeast Regional with a Phase 7 ALC 42 leading. Well, the RF&P doesn't stop here anymore, and neither does the CNO. Well, train day surely was a blast this year. Hopefully I'll be able to get out more and railfan some more, but till then, y'all stay safe out there and have a blessed day.